Hi everyone, it's me again. I'm Alan. Nice to meet you all again. Today we have a new guest speaker. She is Karisa. She is a Year 4 student studying Bachelor of International Hotel and Tourism Management in University of Queensland in Brisbane. So let's say hi to
Hey
Karisa. Hi
guys,
Karisa.
hey Alan.
Hello Karisa, how are you today?
I'm very fine. Thank you for asking.
So you're currently staying in Hong Kong, right?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, so sad because in the video you mentioned that you spent like your almost 1 year, more than 1 year
yeah,
traveling
yeah,
because of the COVID period.
yeah.
That's very sad. But yeah, in our this episode and the next episode, Carissa is going to share us about her academic learning experience in Queensland and also her life, in general life in Brisbane as well. So Carissa, could you introduce a bit yourself?
I'm studying Pooi To Middle School in Hong Kong for high school and secondary school, and spent like 6 years in Hong Kong, and then after HKDSE I got like a average results, but not enough to get the university in Hong Kong that I want to. So
Mm.
like I choose to study abroad, but I'm actually thinking between either should I study in UK or Australia, because these two places are actually my favorite. But like I choose Australia eventually because like I think Australia is nicer and the weather is better. So like and then I go choose for Australia and then I have to think which school or which states I should choose. I actually initially choose UNSW, University of New South Wales,
Mhm.
and because like it's in Sydney and I think everybody knows Sydney, and that's what I thought about Australia. First thing about Australia is about Sydney and Opera House, of course, and then yeah, I choose that school. But then I think Sydney, the cost of living is too expensive for me. And I heard that Sydney has too many Chinese, and I don't really want to study abroad, but like surrounded by Asian as well.
Right.
So and then I heard I actually got my secondary school classmate that study in Queensland, in UK as well. And then I think actually met her in a education fair, and then and then I thought maybe I should choose the same school as her because like you can be each other's back. And then I saw UQ's what kind of courses UQ offers, and then I think Bachelor of Arts actually has lots of majors. So I think that definitely will have one that suits me. So I just
Right.
choose the Bachelor of Arts with the journalism and communication major at University of Queensland. Yeah,
Uh-huh. So
but
did you choose any like business or business non-related courses before? Like
you mean
language?
like yeah. So like during my first semester, I actually choose Korean and some journalism courses because like I think first of all it's under my major, so I think that is compulsory for my journalism course. And then
Mhm.
I choose Korean because I think it's pretty easy to get a good GPA, so I just choose Korean. And I actually like Korean, so I wanted to enroll a Korean course. And then, but for the second semester, because I already want to change my program in after first semester, so I actually chose some business related courses in the second semester of first year, and so that I can transfer some credits from my previous program to my new program. Yeah.
Okay, so it is difficult to change it. I think in your video you mentioned that the math part.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually have to enroll a mathematic course in order uh, s- to help you to succeed
Yeah.
to study in to change the whole program.
Yeah. Because my new program, the tourism management is under business faculty, and business faculty require their students to reach I think HKDSE, the math part has to be four.
For.
No, I think it's 3, but like my maths only got 2, which is pass in
Mm,
Hong Kong, but not enough
mm,
to reach the requirement. So
mm,
yeah, they actually reject me for the first time that I applied for the program change, and then I just went to the business faculty and asked, and they suggest me to enroll a math course to replace my HKDSE results. Yeah, so that I can use that the course results to apply for the program change, and then I succeed. Yeah.
mm. And how long do you need to take that course? That
think
math?
I think I spent the whole semester. Yeah, it's actually
Mm.
basically included in my course, but it doesn't count as credits. Yeah, so just basically a replacement.
Did you do the admissions all by yourself, or do you need to have any education consultant to help you on that?
Yeah, I actually find an agency in Hong Kong that really helped me along the way to get into UQ. And then first we actually go into a lot of education fairs that I think sponsored by host by the those kind of agency. And then when I some education fair actually can waive your admission fees, yeah, so that you can just apply to university without any registration fees. And then I just apply UQ that time in I think in a education fair so that I can be waived the admission fees.
What are the more secured requirements to secure you a place in University of Queensland usually?
As I know, because University of Queensland really emphasize on their English results, so that
Mm,
if that student has I think like in HKDSE, if they have English results about level 4 or above, I think their spot is pretty secured for entering University of Queensland. And of course, I'm not sure about IELTS, but I think University of Queensland also needs students to have certain IELTS requirement to so that they can really studying in the University of Queensland, or they can study a language courses for a
mm.
half year before they actually become a bachelor students at UQ.
You're in a very special situation that you have experience in journalism course and also the experience in the hotel management course. So what type of students do you think match with the journalism stream, and what type of students will match to the tourism and hotel management?
I think for journalism, although I just study for a semester,
Mm.
still I have some experience in it. And I think one of the lecturers at journalism requires students to observe. So like I think those students that really good or likes to observe others is good to study journalism. And those students like to write a lot, or like they want to interview with the people, definitely choose journalism. But for hotel management or the tourism management I choose,
Mm.
I think it's more practical with like they doesn't have much theory to study to memorize, but they really focus on how to use your knowledge from the course in daily life. So I think if students like to talk to people to makes the customer feel at home, I think those kind of students can suit for the hotel or tourism management. And of course, if that students likes to really likes topics about sustainability, because everybody right now is really focused on the environmental friendly. If that students also aware of these kind of topics, I think tourism management is definitely a choice for them. Yeah.
Mm. So regarding the courses in hotel and tourism management, um, there are totally four years of studies, right? 4 years of
No,
studies,
it's just 3 years.
3 years of study in
Yeah.
your program. So how is the program divided into several parts? Like the first year, second year, and third year, are they actually taught in a different topics? How
Not
do they
really.
categorize the 3 years?
But actually, my course list has level 1, level 2, and level 3. So like basically level 1 is for freshmen, like year 1 or year 2, and then level 2 is basically for senior students. So like we got in my program, I has a part A and part B, and sometimes a part C. But part A is compulsory, so like everyone it has to study all of the courses in the compulsory part, like the part A. And then for part B, we got like hotel management majors, tourism management majors, and event management majors. So like if a student choose hotel management as their major, they has to finish all their hotel management majors course, and then they can choose other. They have like I think 16 units, depends on which plan they choose. So they can choose other courses from other majors like tourism majors to as electives, or they can actually study general electives from other faculties. Like, yeah, if students study hotel management and they have like more than 2 units that study general electives, they can choose probably language courses like Korean courses. So like, but of course they has to ask the faculty for approval. But normally the faculty will let them to choose as their electives. And then I think some of them study double majors, like both hotel management and tourism management. Then those kind of students has to study both of the majors courses, and they also can choose some other faculties courses as electives. So I think it's pretty free for students to choose between their 3 years. So I think, yeah, it's basically up to the students to choose their plan or the overall courses enrollment. Yeah.
Right. Well, that sounds very flexible to choose different kinds of subjects according to your interest. So in your program, there's an internship required to graduate?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really, but there's actually a course about business industry placement that allows students to choose to enroll. So like if students interested in it, you can enroll as one of the courses and take it as one of the credits for graduate. But it's not compulsory for students to finish an internship before graduate.
But the course that you just mentioned about the business, what's the name again? Sorry.
Business industry placement.
Business industry placement, and that is not compulsory, but then the students can choose that.
Yeah.
And if they choose for this placement, they can choose a work placement anywhere around the world, or it is only in Australia?
I think it's within Australia because we usually have some like some course that actually away from Australia. I think there's a Malaysia study tour, Malaysia study course that actually allows students to choose, and then they actually take it as one of the academic credits so they can't graduate. But that course actually canceled, and then yeah, I think student has to study within Australia, especially during the COVID-19 period.
So, and then that's why now during this COVID period of time, you come back to Hong Kong and do part-time internship. Are they actually related to your course?
When I back Hong Kong, I actually found an internship about domestic travel that actually related to my course. But yeah, I just do for like 3 months, and then I changed to my part-time. But my part-time is actually, although it's in retail industry, and I still think because my course is tourist management, and some of the courses is like service management that actually really helps my my part-time job. Like I know how to serve the customer, to use my knowledge on my work. So I think both of them is actually related to my course that I'm studying.
That's cool. So let's pause our chit chat here because we will go to the next episode talking about your life in Brisbane and
Yeah.
also your current life in Hong Kong, especially when about the online learning experiences, and the general lifestyle culture in Brisbane. So
Right.
I'll see you all around. If you have any comments, please write down there and we'll have someone to reply you. So see you all. Bye bye.